Hi, Tony back with you again in my workshop. Today I'm going to show you how to convert an MR11 that's it's like not an MR16, like a halogen type bulb. The MR11 is the 35mm, the smaller type of bulb, which looks like this. We want to convert an MR11 LED into a dimmable version. So I'm going to show you the trick that I use for this. So first of all, what we need to do is we need to open up this MR11. I just got these off Amazon. There was a box of 6 of them, like so, and they were about, I don't know, 10, 11 euro, pounds, whatever. So I put my spudger in and first of all get the lens out. A little bit tricky, but it will come out. Okay, so that's the lens removed from the LED component, and you can see the single LED chip there. It's a 3-watt LED chip. So what I'm going to do is open up this a little bit further. Hopefully the internal heatsink will pop out like so, and this will pull out the whole section, the entire section, with the bi-pins and the little electronic board that converts the 12 volt AC or DC into a LED chip usable current. So all I do is really simple. I just point you over now towards the soldering station. Is I use this clamp to clamp the 2 pins, like so. I hope you can see that. And
I don't know that one.
Thank you, Alexa. And I desolder the white one is negative. Resolder it direct onto one of the pins on the left hand side. Desolder the grey one, which is positive, that's released, and resolder it. Now that's that done. I'll show you a bit closer. So what I've basically done is just bypassed the circuit board and gone direct from the LED chip to the 2 pins. So my grey is on the right hand side, that's my positive, and the white being a negative on the other side. And the reason why I've used this clamp set up here is so it holds the 2 pins parallel. It's really simple. Now I'm just going to pop it all back together again in front of you, show you what to do. So I dropped it there. Here's my parts all resoldered and bypassed. First of all, I'm going to write positive on one side of the shell there. I'm going to make sure the grey side pops into there, just by pushing the circuit board back through as it was. It's a little tricky. Back with you when it's done. Here's one I did earlier. So all I did was I pushed the 2 pins back through there. I had my positive marked there, quite simple, and I just pushed the heatsink back, then the LED chip back, and then clipped the lens on. I actually used my vise to push the lens into place, but it's quite simple. So now what I have is a setup I'll show you now with my power supply unit. I'm going to clamp on positive to the positive side, negative to the negative side there, and I'll show you a bit closer. So we're clamped on, and on the power supply unit here I've limited, I just put the voltage, the forward in voltage to 21, doesn't matter, 18 to 24 will be fine, but I've limited now the control. You have constant voltage, which is the top one, and constant current. And on the constant current, what you can do here is lower this to 100 milliamps, 200, 300. I know that 300 milliamps is an easy, nice and easy dimmable driver to get. So I'm going to set it to that. I'm going to switch that on. And come back over to the lamp there. Now you can see it's fully powered there on 300 milliamps. And it's given us 2.8 watts at the bottom there, the gauge, 2.868. dropping probably because of the temperature. And if I come over here now and change this constant current down to 200 and then to 100 and then perhaps even lower, you'll see the lamp dims, which is exactly the type of thing that would happen when I put a dimmable LED driver on there, except it will be going through the light switch in the room. Now you can see I get exact control over that, down to a tiny fraction of 0.006 milliamps, giving me 0.045 watts, and that's what I'm hoping to get in the kitchen or bedroom or wherever you're installing these downlights, a nice warm glow like that. So to complete the video on this, I've converted my 6 lamps over. As you can see, it's got a negative side and a positive side on each one of them. You just need to mark positive, really. That's all you need to do. It doesn't matter, because all you're going to do is swap your bi-pin lamp holder over anyway. If it's not lighting up the bulb, you just take the lamp holder out, turn it around and put it back in again, and the positive and negative do reverse. Once it's working, it's working. The most important thing is the drivers. So I've got a bunch of drivers here. These ones are made by Osram, and that will go together in a minute. But as you can see there, it's given me 300 milliamps there on the left hand side, 300 milliamps, and it's 11 watts. So this tells me basically, and this is a dimmable driver, so it will take 230 volts in at the top here, which is mains voltage, primary, and in secondary it will give you a positive and negative out, and it will allow you 11 watts. So we've got 3 watts, 6 watts, 9 watts, 9 watts there for those 3, and the other 3 will need another driver. So that would be 2 drivers, standard wall dimmer, and where you could try actually a trailing edge dimmer would be much smoother because it's got a microprocessor in it and double dimming. So a trailing edge wall dimmer, 2 drivers and 6 lamps, and that's my entire kitchen converted to LED MR11.